Subscribe to Feminism in India for your dose of intersectional feminist content and make sure to hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates.
A smoggy morning, difficulty in breathing, and the general feel of a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Come winter months, and nobody living in North India is a stranger to these sights. The winter months, when the AQI is touching the skies, is catastrophic for all of us. But did you know that it can have devastating and irreversible effects on the health and lives of the young ones? I'm Nishtha, and today we're going to talk about the effect that pollution has on the lives of children. Breathing polluted air can cause a host of serious health conditions, right from bronchitis to asthma, heart diseases, and pulmonary illnesses. But this risk gets so much more exacerbated when it comes to children. According to a study conducted by the World Health Organization, 93% of the world's children under the age of 15 breathe polluted air, putting themselves at risk of major illnesses. As compared to adults, children are more prone to breathing toxic air, and that's because they breathe more rapidly. And so even low levels of exposure could mean that they're breathing more pollutants than adults around them. Extensive research carried out to study the impact of air pollution on kids' health revealed that exposure to toxin particles for long periods disrupts the functioning of their lungs, and their likelihood of developing asthma increases. Pollution also leads to lower memory and IQ, with infants being most affected in the first 1,000 days of their birth, which is when most brain development happens. It also causes psychological and behavioral problems, developmental delays by the age of 3, a 4-point drop in IQ by the age of 5, said a UNICEF report released in 2017. According to a study conducted in 2017, every 3 minutes a child died in India due to air pollution. In 2019, close to 116,000 infants in India died within the first month of being born due to air pollution. Over half of the infant deaths were caused by PM 2.5 in the air, while the rest were attributed to household air pollution caused by the use of solid fuels for cooking, according to the State of Global Air 2020 report published by the Health Effects Institute. Like everything else, even the issue of clean air is intersectional. The deadly impact of pollution on children in middle and low-income countries like India was highlighted by a report by the WHO in 2018. In these countries, 98% of all children under 5 are exposed to PM 2.5 levels above WHO's air quality guidelines, the study noted. In comparison, among high-income countries, 52% of children under age 5 are exposed to levels above WHO air quality guidelines. Environmentalists say that this pollution hits the poor and socially marginalized more because they often tend to live and work near industrial sites and tend to burn things like wood, coal, dung, or kerosene inside their homes. Also remember, things like N95 masks or air purifiers, or even the ability to leave the city for a few weeks when the pollution is at its peak, is a privilege that not everybody has access to or can afford.
Urban residents have no other alternative but to transition towards a more equitable, sustainable, and humanized form of development. Our carbon emissions are already 9 times more than that of rural areas. Molding our everyday lives is in our hands, and specific solutions are also within reach. To name a few, adopt a more low-carbon lifestyle and reduce your dependency on cars. Research studies show that most of the short trips can be totally eliminated if we shift towards walking to our markets, schools, and other neighborhood areas. Promote more active form of transport such as walking and cycling, and demand for that infrastructure. Make your urban local bodies accountable for that. Use green materials in the building industry. Voice for and strengthen good, attractive public transport systems, that is buses and paratransit. And most importantly, bring children right at the center of designing these solutions. Children are not just the future but also the present, and their livability in the current built environment should matter equally to all of us.
The need for clean air is one of the most pressing issues in our country right now. The pollution epidemic is scary enough in the present day, but it paints a far more grim picture for the future of our country, the children. Our policymakers, corporates, and all of us as citizens then need to make sure that we do everything in our power to curb air pollution.